Thanks, Carol and Gracie, for having me come and spend a few minutes with a few students, and y'all can spread the word, right? Y'all are the ones that will go out and spread the word about your GPA and advising. So we're going to first touch on advising just a minute, why we do it, what is involved in that, and then we'll switch to the GPA. So we're going to whiz through this in a few minutes. I think we'll be moving at a pretty quick pace, so thanks for being here. Okay, first let me find out what is your classification. I kind of need to know what my audience is. Are there freshmen, sophomore? Sophomore, okay. So within your first couple of years, is this your first semester at Hardin-Simmons? First semester, is this your second, third semester? Yes, okay, so you've had a little experience with advising. Okay, so maybe we can help advance what you can do for advising. All right, well, thanks for that. Just want to be sure, because I don't want to cover things that you already know. So let's move on. Okay, academic advising and GPA. Academic advising. Advising is required every semester prior to registration. It is a policy of the institution that students be assigned a faculty advisor for academic advising, and that you meet with that advisor every semester. Advisors have to release a hold on you for registration. So we really think that's an important relationship for you to develop, to meet with your academic advisor. You make the appointment. Okay, that's one of the things. Now your advisor may reach out to you by email and just say, hey, I'm ready, here's my advising appointments, make an appointment. But you can always initiate that. And did everybody get the little handout on the table? There's a little handout on the table. We're going to get over there and look in self-service in just a minute, and I'll show you this. But your advisor, if you don't know who your academic advisor is, say you advised on Zoom for your first semester here and you're not really sure where to go or who to go see, you can go to the tab Advising in your self-service, and your advisor is listed there. There's a little envelope icon next to their name. If you click on that, it will open up your email and you can send them an email. Just introduce yourself, let them know you would like to make an appointment for advising for the spring semester. So before you go to that meeting, you need to prepare. So you need to be aware of your degree plan. You need to maybe choose some courses or be thinking of some courses you would like to take, or any questions that you may have. Go ahead and be prepared for those. Write them down so that you remember them when you're in that meeting. Okay, so self-service. So I'm going to jump out of the PowerPoint real quickly and jump over into self-service. Okay, in self-service, everyone knows how to get to self-service at this point? Okay, so student planning. There's two choices here. So my progress is what's your degree plan. It's how you can track your progress towards a degree. And then the go-to plan and schedule is where you'll go to prepare to register. So if you go to your plan and schedule, you will see some things pop up. They're also on this sheet, and that is you'll see anything in red here is a hold, something that would prevent you from registration. You have to confirm your address, phone number, email address every semester. You also have to accept your terms of agreement every semester. So those things will pop up automatically. If you have a business office hold or athletic hold, any kind of hold will be on there, and you can take care of those. You'll see some of these are linked, so if you were to click on that, it would take you straight to that form to do that. So you can take care of all of those before registration. You can always click on the gold box to make them go away for now. So this is your schedule. You can search for courses up here in the top box. You can type in the course prefix and number. You can see the schedule and work your schedule out here. Here is that advising tab. So you can click on that and see your advisor and just click on that. You can actually put a note in here to your advisor and they can write a note back, so be aware of your notes area. Let's go back to my progress. So the important thing about my progress is that you have to be already in a degree plan that has requirements attached to it. So if you haven't declared your degree yet, or if you've come in without declaring that or is an undecided, you'll have your core there but not other major and minor requirements. You'll see your progress bar here as to how many hours you have completed towards the total of 120 that are required. You can see some basic information about your GPA and your program. And then you can see a listing of courses. They're divided into sections, so your foundational curriculum, that core, will be listed at the top part of your degree plan. And then as you scroll down, you will be able to see your major and minor requirements. So here you can see all of these not started. So if you want to choose that course to put on your plan for spring, you simply click here on the course, and then you can add course to plan. Then you select the semester that you plan to take that course. So we'll look for spring of 2022, add course to plan. That's really what you need to do to prepare. Just sort of look at your degree plan, put some courses out there, so when you meet with your advisor, you kind of have an idea of what you want to do in the next semester. Remember, this is the degree you are earning, but you do need to do that with an informed decision. So your degree plan is right there. Any questions about self-service or how to find all that? Okay. We're always here in the registrar's office to help with that, so don't hesitate to reach out to us if you need to. I'm not sure where my PowerPoint went. Okay, so that's how you prepare. And declare your degree or major. Okay, a couple of the notes that we're going to be making more students more aware of, and that is that the courses that you take, the courses that you register for, matter. For financial aid, your federal loans, for Pell Grants, TEG grants, those types of things. There's some regulations that everything that you take to satisfy your enrollment status needs to be on your degree plan, satisfying a degree requirement. So your enrollment status is based on full-time enrollment, so 12 hours. So at least 12 hours need to be satisfying degree requirements for those things. You'll be getting more information about that, just wanting to make students aware as you go through your program. So after you've prepared and you've made your appointment, be sure you show up, okay? It's amazing the number of times that a student ends up in something they shouldn't have taken, or they're having trouble registering. They made appointments, but they didn't show up to meet with their advisor. So this is an important step. Be sure you show up for your advising appointment prepared. Okay. I think we're going the wrong way. Okay, registration. We already talked about clearing holes and doing your verifications of your address before registration opens. You will see in self-service, there's that blue box at the top that's a message bar. That box will tell you when you can start registering. It's a staggered registration. We let seniors and graduates register first since they're closer to needing a narrow menu of courses to graduate. And so then it's staggered from there. So watch that for your date. Now there's an important distinction. You can plan your course, but you need to register for a section. A section is a place and time. A course is just a course that's in your degree plan. A section, you have to select that section. So when you go to your planning, be sure that everything has a section. It just won't register if it doesn't know when you plan to take it. If for some reason the class is full and there's a button, instead of saying register, it says wait list, you need to click on that to add yourself to a wait list for a course. It will show you what your rank is on the wait list, and so you'll know where you are on that. And then after you register, be sure you go back to My Progress and review. Look for any courses that might be down in the very bottom section. It's called Other Courses. If there are courses showing down there and your advisor approved those, it may be they need to submit a substitution form if they're going to allow you to take a course to substitute for another course in your degree plan. Or you may need to change, or you know you're planning to change your degree and you need it for the new degree. We need to go ahead and get that paperwork filed to declare your new degree. Okay, grade point average. A 2.0 is required for graduation. Okay, now we do a staggered start. Some programs, though, require higher than a 2.0. So if you're in teacher certification, they require a minimum of a 2.8 GPA. Some other majors require a minimum grade in the major. So just be aware, all of that information is on your My Progress. So you'll be able to see that. In your first 12 to 32 hours of Hardin-Simmons hours, which your GPA is only based on Hardin-Simmons hours, you must have a 1.6 GPA. get your feet under you, have a little trouble, you can always, raise it as you go. Then once you reach 33 hours, basically once you become a sophomore, we're expecting you to have a 1.8 GPA. And then before you become a junior, so at 49 hours, then you need to be at that 2.0 that's required for graduation. If you fall below those in the first semester, you may be placed on academic probation. That's just a warning to you. You'll receive a letter, you'll receive notification that your GPA is below that which is needed for graduation. It does affect things like athletic eligibility, some other participation things. If you're on academic probation, it can affect your financial aid eligibility, so you want to keep your GPA above those numbers. Scholarships, also, if you're on any institutional scholarships, there are minimum GPAs for those different scholarships. You should receive that information from financial aid. Otherwise, you can look them up in the catalog. It'll have that number. You can contact financial aid office to find out what your minimum GPA is for your scholarships. And again, athletic eligibility, you must be in good standing to participate in athletics. So, how do we calculate GPA? So on the other side of this little form, there's a little sample and worksheet for you. It's the most basic mathematics. There's no magic formula, there's no weighting. Ours is a pretty straightforward 4.0 scale. Your earned hours. So earned hours are defined as something for which you receive a grade, letter grade. Those are your hours times points. And then on a 4.0 scale, an A equals 4 points, a B equals 3 points, a C equals 2 points, D is 1, F is 0. Now that is per credit hour. Okay, so now we're going to look at the number of hours. So if you'll look on that sheet, you'll see that a grade of A is 4 points. If you have 3 hours of A, that would equal 12 points. You still with me? We're pretty simple. Multiplication, 4 times 3. Oops. Okay, let's work through this sheet a little bit. Okay, so in that top example, we've given you 3 hours of every grade. So in the third column, you'll see the subtotals. You have 15 hours. With those points, 12, 9, 6, 3, and 0 add up to 30. Yes, if you fail a course, you still count the hours, even though there's no points to go with it. And then those total points divided by the total of hours equals the GPA. So 30 divided by 15 is 2.0. Okay, if you're retaking a class, the hours remain the same because you're not getting additional hours, you're replacing hours, but then you would just add the points in to find out what would it be if you retook a course and made a different grade. You can figure out what the points are to figure that out. So the worksheet there is just for you if you wanted to try to figure out in advance what your GPA is. If you made a certain number of hours of a certain grade, then you can figure out your GPA. If you're wanting to retake a class, then you know how to figure what you need to make in order to raise the GPA to the desired GPA. The most recent course that you take at Hardin-Simmons is the one that is counted. If you retake a course, the most recent one is the one that counted. So if you made a passing grade, but you just want to raise the grade, but you don't, it's still the most recent one that's taken. Withdrawn courses, dropped courses don't count towards that number of retakes. So you can't replace a failing grade with the withdrawn. That grade still remains. Pretty quick, pretty simple. Any questions? Pretty straightforward. GPA matters. So just pay attention to that. If you have any questions, anyone in the registrar's office can help you with that. If you need to work it backwards and say, I need to get to this GPA, how many points do I have to have? We actually have a spreadsheet where we can help you calculate that. So everybody ready for your advising appointment? Advising begins next Monday, October the 4th. Registration will begin November the 2nd and then do staggered. So the 2nd, the 4th, the 8th, and the 10th, I believe, are the dates for registration for the spring. Okay, what did you come expecting to learn, and did you learn that, or is there something else we can help you with?
I have a question. Is the spring 2022 schedule already loaded for them
Should be, yeah. Should be. The courses are there. Some of the departments are still refining some of the courses. Well, I'm not sure. I think I closed the wrong thing.
And
So.
could you just go over wait list one more time?
Sure.
Specifically, if you put yourself on the wait list, I want them to know how they will be notified if indeed.
If you're placed on a wait list, then when a seat opens up, you will receive an email that tells you you now have permission to register for a course, and you have 2 days to take that seat. So pay attention to your Hardin-Simmons email. That's just a good rule all the way around. All of our official communication will come through HSU email. Go back to self-service. Okay, so let's take a look. If we've added this course to the plan and go back to plan and schedule and look in the spring semester. If you need to add a semester, these buttons is to add a future term. So if you wanted to plan out several semesters, that's how you would add those terms. The arrows are just how to arrow through the terms you've already selected. So here you see you have this course on the plan, but you need a section. So you can click sections and you'll see how the courses will populate onto the grid. You can view the sections of all the courses in your plan to see how they're going to fit, and then choose the sections that will be the best schedule for you. That helps you to avoid conflicts in courses, or you know your work schedule, you know your athletic practice schedule, or whatever else you're involved in. Then you can figure that out around your schedule. So a few advisors will help you with this part, especially early on figuring out the schedule, but it really is your choice as to what sections are available and when you want to take that course, because every student has a different life that they're bringing to their classes, so that helps you do that. And when you're ready to select the section, you just click on it and then add that section. And once you have the section added, you won't be able to see the register button until registration opens. Again, that schedule is here at the top. We're not in an active enrollment period. But the button to register falls right below the section, and then it'll be a blue button that says register. If you click that and it says wait list, then you can click the wait list to add yourself to the wait list. Then it will change to drop wait list. So if you want to drop the wait list, you can do that. But then you'll be notified by email when you have that permission. Then you can come back in here and it will change to register. And again, only you can register for that seat for 2 days. It holds your spot for those 2 days for you to register for the course. Any questions about that? All of us in the registrar's office are glad to help with this. Any of us can help you with registration and planning. It just helps to go in a little prepared to meet with your advisor, to know what you want to do, what you still need to take, what questions you have. Be sure you have those ready to take with you. If you need to take a minor, figure out kind of what minor you would like to take, what are your interest areas. And we're here to help. Just let us know.